Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on this Sunday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, and sports. I am Aina Koyo. In the news tonight, residents of Okahanja are up in arms over what they deem is poor service delivery at the hands of the municipality. Residents say municipal accounts are not being managed well, and they are also bemoaning the state of the town's road and poor refuse removal. Reading out a petition, community mobilizer Beres Steenkamp said that residents were tired of poor service delivery at the garden town. The town is in a state of unnatural hygiene. We have over 10 drains that are overflowing, and one can only imagine the smell in the air. Our environment has become a breeding ground of bacteria and diseases, Steenkamp said. A security guard was shot during a robbery and housebreaking incident at Brazzaville Bar Ipanya location, Okalunga village at Oshigambo. The police in Oshikoto said the incident happened at around 3 a.m. It is alleged that 4 suspects arrived at the bar armed and opened firearms. Oshikoto Community Affairs Officer Inspector Ellen Nehale said during the shooting, one of them shot and killed a 29-year-old security guard with a pistol. He was on duty and he cannot be named, as his next of kin are not yet informed about the incident. He died on the spot. They proceeded to the bar lady's room, break the door to gain entry, demanded the keys of the bar and demanded her to open the safe, and stole money in cash, approximately close to 13,000 Namibian dollars. Now in our next story, a total area of irrigable land of approximately 4,250 hectares, or 85% of the required 5,000 hectares, have been acquired for the Nakatal Dam irrigation scheme. Agriculture Minister Karl Schleitwein said this in his response to questions by the Landless People's Movement Bernardus Swartboy in Parliament. According to him, several farms of more than 11,000 hectares were acquired by the Agriculture Ministry for the irrigation scheme. In our next story, the Erongo Regional Council, through the Walfish Bay Urban Constituency Office, handed over constituency development funds, equipment valued at 125,000 Namibian dollars in Walfish Bay. The items included various hardware tools such as screwdrivers, electric router kits, electric drills, and many other different tools. According to the Walvish Bay Constituency Councillor Bruce Benson, entrepreneurs are the pillar of society's eligibility, and the survival of a society is watered by its entrepreneurs. These are the brave people, as they took financial risk to acquire a profit in return, and most importantly, provide employment for the community. Now, President Hage Geingob delivered a speech at the official launch of the use of national identity cards as travel documents between the Republic of Namibia and Botswana. Let's have a look.
NMH at 1.
We are taking the first steps towards realization of SADC protocol on the facilitation of movement of persons, not only goods, but persons. In the same vein, steps like this could form a foundation whose stepping stones may lead to the path in inspiring Africans to attain continental integration and thereby realizing the promise to galvanize and unite in action all Africans and the diaspora around a common vision of a peaceful, integrated, and prosperous Africa, as espoused in our Agenda 2063. To the citizens of our two countries, the use of identity cards as travel documents is being put in place for convenience of our citizens. It's being put in place for the convenience of our citizens. Please cooperate with the officials managing migration to ensure the success of this project. It is your project, and its success depends on you and ourselves. But you are the primary person to see to it that this project succeeds.
The Tourism Expo 2023 was officially launched. More on this in our story of the day. Stay with us.
The Evening Review is a daily interview-based talk show that dissects and expounds on current affairs as they occur in Namibia. The show aims at reaching Namibians of all age groups who seek better understanding of the state of current affairs in the country. This show is broadcasted on NTV, Oneuptwo.com, and cross-shared on the following Facebook platforms: Namibian Sun and Namibia Media Holdings. The Evening Review focuses on interviews, latest news, and up-to-the-minute current events. Contact evening@synergy.com.na. Evening Review, unpacking today's pertinent issues.
The Tourism Expo for 2023 was launched on Friday together with NMH, the Minister of Environment, and the Tourism Board of Namibia. The theme for this year's Expo is Beyond Borders. Yolanda Nell was there.
And so that's why we've chosen the date of 26th to 28th of April. It's cool enough, but it's not hot, and hopefully, and although we do pray for rain right now, that those 3 days, the rainy season, is quieter, and we're analyzing that week on week, and to this day we're still comfortable that the rainy season is over, and we're managing them full moons. And of course we're managing other tourism expos like the Indaba, World Travel Market, and all the other events. And so that's the space that we believed was an open space for us. We can do it in second and third week in May, but then we're competing with Africa Day and we're competing with Ascension Day, and those are very interesting days in terms of everybody wants to go and leave. So if we're wondering why the expo is 26th to 28th of May, step one, the Republic of Namibia's school holidays have changed. Step two is we're trying to be out of the rainy season but not too cold. And step three is we are aligning ourselves with other expos that we don't compete with them.
To be here this morning and equally grateful for your attendance, which amplifies your keenness to revive the tourism sector to its former status prior to COVID-19 pandemic. As you are aware, that the ministry has developed a tourism recovery plan, and as for implementing the targeted programs, at which stage it requires all stakeholders' support to ensure that the country achieves a swift recovery of the tourism sector in the next 2 years. The National Tourism Recovery Plan 2022 to 2024 is underpinned by 5 grand strategic interventions. Policy matters and COVID-19 tourism regulations and their measures. The country has made significant progress, especially with regard to containing COVID-19 pandemic, as well as you all know that it happened, the ministry will in 2023 this year embark on the revision of the national tourism policy of 2008 to bring it up to the level where we wish to be, with also the prevailing business as well as the economy and also the social environment in Namibia. The other intervention is on the online marketing and the promotion campaigns very aggressively. The government, through its agency, Namibia Tourism Board, has already embarked on the domestic tourism campaign in the country and a global marketing campaign at the international road shows in Europe during the course of last year and early this year. This effort will continue during the remainder of the year and to ensure that Namibia is marketed everywhere as a non-disputable destination of choice for leisure, adventure, and also for business travel. And the Namibian brand remains prominent and attractive in the global tourism source market.
So the expectation is there clearly, and when we talk about sustainability, people are also saying it's not just about solar panels and wildlife conservation, although those things are important, but over 70% of them are also saying things like, I want to have a cultural understanding when I travel to a place. I want to know that the economic benefits are being equitably distributed. I want to have an experience, a local, authentic experience, connecting with local people. So it's the sustainability concept, as Sabulon was saying, we sort of have progressed from this idea of green eco to what does it take to actually be sustainable? What does that mean in reality? And travelers are expressing that as something that they expect a destination to be doing. Okay, the business that they stay with, where they choose to spend their money. So I think that's something we need to pay attention to. And it's interesting in terms of the types of experiences that they want from this. It's connections, like I said, with people.
Although global food prices have subsided, they remain above historically average prices. More on this story in our economic news.
The Regional Review brings you news, views, and interviews from NMH correspondents from across the country. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact regional@synergy.com.na.
In our economic news tonight, the Food and Agriculture Organization Food Prices Index declined for the 10th consecutive month in January 2023, driven by the drop in vegetable oils, meat and dairy products, while cereal remained elevated on the year-to-year basis. According to an Agribank monthly market watch report, a similar trend has been observed in Namibia's meat industry. The vegetable oil index declined by 24% in January 2023 compared to a 34% growth in January 2022. Now let's have a look at our economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades at 21 Namibian dollars 96 cents to the pound and at 90 Namibian dollars 42 cents to the euro. It trades at 80 Namibian dollars 39 cents to the US dollar and 2 Namibian dollars 65 cents by you 1 Chinese yuan. Gold is up with 0.48% and Brent crude oil is up with 1.61%, trading at 83 US dollars and 16 cents per barrel. In our international news slot, we visit Los Angeles.
Sport Wrap is a daily show focusing on all sport news and current affairs. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact sportwrap@synergy.com.na.
Nearly 85,000 households and businesses were without power in Los Angeles area on Saturday as storms continued to pummel parts of California, bringing snow to a higher elevations and dumping rain and hail in the flatlands. Interstate 5, the largest highway leading north out of the city, remained closed at the steep grade known as the Grapevine due to heavy snow, while several more southern points of the freeway in and around Los Angeles were closed due to the flooding, the California Department of Transport said. After the break, we bring you the weather predictions for tomorrow.
Straight Talk is a debate competition for high school learners and a spelling competition for primary school learners, mostly focusing on current affairs among the youth. Contact Zone at synergy.com.na to share your products and services. Straight Talk. Don't raise your voice, improve your argument.
Ohole So Nice is an entertainment show brought to you by the youth for the youth. This is a dating show that allows individuals to participate and be their own true selves. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact Zone at synergy.com.na.
Here are the weather predictions for tomorrow. Partly cloudy weather is expected in major parts of the country, including Katima Mulilo, Rundu, and Enana, Tsumeb, and Omaruru, while Oshakati will be very sunny. Cloudy weather is expected in Swakopmund and Falfish Bay. Now, after the break, we highlight some great sporting events. Stay with us.
Chill Sessions is an entertainment show that brings you the latest hit, fashion, and entertainment news. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact chill@synergy.com.na. Chill Sessions, bringing art and entertainment to the people. The Evening Review is a daily interview-based talk show that dissects and expounds on current affairs as they occur in Namibia. The show aims at reaching Namibians of all age groups who seek better understanding of the state of current affairs in the country. This show is broadcasted on NTV, Oneuptwo.com, and cross-shared on the following Facebook platforms: Namibian Sun and Namibia Media Holdings. The Evening Review focuses on interviews, latest news, and up-to-the-minute current events. Contact evening@synergy.com.na. Evening Review, unpacking today's pertinent issues.
Thank you very much for choosing to spend your Sunday evening with us. Now, in our sports news, Imperial Wanderers 2 on Saturday afternoon banged Cricket's Namibia's 40-over First Division trophy by 122 runs versus the Shaheen Titans at the Wanderers in Punis Park. The Titans won the toss and rightfully sent the host into bat first. Wanderers reached 215 runs for the loss of 7 wickets in the allowed 40 overs. Now moving on to our next story. The Zone 4 Schools Individual Coastal Chess Championships Volume 6, hosted by the Coastal Chess Association at Namib High School in Swakopmund, was a sweeping success. All participants played 7 rounds with players as young as 7 years old. In the under-19 male category, Princely Shiweda took the first place with 6 points, followed by Viliandro Kluowski, who had 5 points. After the break, we return with highlights.
My.NA Property Show provides viewers with the best in-class content, engaging interviews, as well as a showcase of the latest property-related products and services. If you would like to feature your brand or your campaign on this platform, contact My.NA at synergy.com.na. My.NA Properties, more than just a roof over your head.
We know that violence against women and girls is pervasive everywhere in the world. So now imagine a conflict breaks out, or a natural disaster happens, or a global pandemic like the one we have seen since 2020 breaks out. Institutions are often focused on addressing this crisis. And in conflict settings, some of the institutions that are responsible for protecting women's rights collapse. The United Nations and UN Women work around the world to address some of these challenges. We make sure that women and girls who are victims of violence access services, including justice, health, psychosocial support, and reintegration. We also work to address the root causes that generate violence, for example, addressing harmful social norms and masculinities.
We can prevent violence against women before it happens. It means tackling the root causes of violence, working with men and boys to end power over women, which is often normalized and justified. Transforming these root causes and preventing violence needs political commitment and leadership, laws and policies that promote gender equality, investments in women's organizations, and resources for prevention work. But prevention also starts with you. You can start by educating yourself. Speak out when you get a chance. Advocate for survivors' rights and always listen to survivors. Preventing violence against women and girls before it actually happens is the most effective way of ending it. So let's start now.
Thank you very much for watching our show this evening. If you are just joining us, or in case you missed some of our top stories, here are the highlights. Residents of Okahanja are up in arms over what they deem is poor service delivery at the hands of the municipality. The Food and Agriculture Organization Food prices index declined for the 10th consecutive month in January 2023, driven by the drops in vegetable oils, meat and dairy products, while cereal remained elevated on a year-on-year basis. Imperial Wanderers 2 on Saturday afternoon banged Cricket Namibia's 40-over First Division trophy by 122 runs versus the Shaheen Titans at the Wanderers in Punis Park. And with that, we've come to the end of our broadcast tonight. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook and on all NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, Oneuptwo.com. Sunset News screens on Dstv channel 285 and Gotv channel 94 every weekday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I am Aina Kweyo, and this has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us. Good night.